Good morning, students. I hope you all are well. So, as we have started our new chapter, that is chapter number 3, synthetic fibers and plastic. And in this, we have discussed that fibers are thread-like structure that are used to make the clothes. And after that, we have discussed that fibers are of two types: natural fibers and synthetic fibers. Natural fibers are the fibers that we obtain or we get from the nature, from plants and animals. And examples, if we talk about cotton, silk, jute, these are the examples of natural fibers. Next, if we move to the second one, that is the synthetic fibers. They are also known as artificial fibers, or they are also known as man-made fibers, because they are made by human beings in the factories and by using the chemicals. And yesterday we have discussed about the one synthetic fiber, that is the about the rayon, and it is a fiber that resemble the silk. Okay, and it is also known as regenerated fiber because it is obtained from the wood pulp, and wood pulp, we know that we get it from the plant, so it is a regenerated fiber. Next, after this, today we'll discuss about the next fiber, that is the nylon, and it is made up of two words, Ni and lon. Nylon stand for New York and LON. Lon stand for London. Okay, so it was the first synthetic fiber made completely from chemicals. So as we have discussed about that rayon, it was obtained from the wood pulp, that is a natural product. So that was not completely synthetic fiber. So it is, nylon is the first synthetic fiber that was completely obtained from the chemicals and derived from, it is made from coal along with water and air, and it was produced in London and in New York. Okay, simultaneously, that's why it is got the name nylon, and the fiber was invented in 1931. Okay, student, next, if we move, the fiber is strong, light, lustrous, elastic and wrinkle free. These are the characteristics of fibers, and it is easy to wash as it does not absorb water. It does not absorb water, so it is easy to wash and it dries up quickly. Fungus or moth do not attack the fiber. All these properties make it very popular clothing material. So that's why it does not absorb water, it dries up quickly. That's why it is used to make the cloth material. Next, if we talk about the uses of nylon, where it is used. So it is used for making ropes, tire cords, small machine parts, fishing nets and parachute fiber. Since it is strong and light in weight, it is used to make the parachute fiber because it is strong, it is very strong like the steel wire, and it is very light in weight. The fiber is even stronger than a steel wire of comparable size. If we take the steel wire of that size and that of the nylon fiber, so we will find that the nylon fiber is stronger than the steel wire. Therefore, ropes made from it can be used for mountaineering. For mountaineering purpose, the mountaineers use this rope made of nylon for climbing on the mountains. Okay, student, next if we talk about, it is used for making socks, stockings and combat uniforms because of its strength and elastic in nature. Socks, we know that the socks and the stockings are elastic in nature, so it is used to make these items because it has some elastic property. Next, it is used to make garments and swimming wears as it dries quickly. It is used to make the garments like the swimming costumes because it dries up quickly, and it is light and wrinkle resistant. Wrinkle resistant means it does not get shrink. There is no need to iron these clothes. Next is toothbrush, combs, etc. are other articles made from nylon. The comb that we use, the toothbrushes, are also made from the nylon fiber. Next, student, the polyester and the acrylic, they are the artificial or the synthetic fiber, and they are made from petroleum. Nylon made from coal and water, whereas this polyester is made from petroleum. And if we talk about the polyester, polyester, it is a polymer of ester. Okay, Then terylene, dacron, terene are some polyester fibers. Then terylene, if we talk about the terylene, is a very popular polyester fiber which has properties just like the nylon. Its properties are just like nylon, and in general the polyester fibers are strong, do not wrinkle, retain their creases, absorb very little water and dry quickly. So these all are the properties which makes it suitable and can be used for the clothing purpose. Like nylon, they can also be drawn into very thin fibers which are woven into clothes. So polyester clothes are also made. Next student. Polyester is made up of monomer ester, and ester are the organic substance which have a fruit-like smell. Okay, the smell of ester is like a fruit, and polyester is blended with cotton to produce polycot, and it is a blended fiber. Similarly, it is blended with wool to produce polywool, and terylene blended with cotton is known as terrycoat. Next, PET, that is polyethylene terephthalate, is another commonly used polyester. It is an example of polyester which is used for making bottles and jar. PET bottles, PET jars are used. Okay. Next fiber is synthetic fiber is acrylic, and acrylic is a fiber that resembles the wool. Okay, and it is cheaper than wool and can be dyed into varieties of colors. This acrylic is similar to the wool, and wool is a natural fiber that we get from the sheep, so that one is expensive, but this acrylic resembles the wool and it is cheaper than the natural fiber that is wool. Okay, next if we talk about the uses of polyester, it is used to make the saris, dress materials, bed sheets, curtains, because it does not stretch, shrink or wrinkle. The products are durable, okay, and can be worn or washed frequently. Next is clothes made from blended fibers are more comfortable to wear since they allow air to pass and retain moisture. So if we wear the clothes completely made from synthetic fiber that do not absorb the water, but if we made the clothes formed by the blended fibers, when the natural fibers are blended with the artificial fiber or synthetic fiber, so that is more comfortable because they absorb the water and retain moisture. Next is fire hoses and conveyor belts are made from polyester since they are lightweight and compact. They are solid and they are light in weight. That's why they are made from this acrylic fiber. This is made from polyester. Next, fire hoses and conveyor belts are made from polyester since they are lightweight and compact. They are solid and light in weight. That's why they are made from polyester fiber. Next, it is used to make lightweight sails. Lightweight ships are also made from it, which are resistant to sea salt. Okay, the sea salt do not make any effect to these lightweight sails. Next is it is used for making jackets, other water resistant garments and carpets. And the last one is it is used in the industry to make filters and films. Okay, so student, these are the uses of polyester fiber. Next student, so student, here you can see these are the articles or the items which are made from the polyester. Next student, if we talk about the uses of acrylic, where the acrylic fiber is used. So uses of acrylic, it is used to make sweaters, shawls, carpets and blanket as it resembles the wool fiber. Here you can see these are the materials which are made from the acrylic fiber. Next is the fabric used to make umbrella contains millions of tiny holes which allow air to flow freely through it. The fabric does not allow UV rays to pass through it, and this sophisticated waterproof fabric retains its color for years. This acrylic fiber retains its color for years, and even though it is exposed to sun and the rain. So you have seen that the cotton clothes that we used to wear Generally if we dry them in sun's heat for a long time, what happens, their color become fade. Okay, the color become light, but these synthetic fibers do not fade their color, it retain for a long time. Okay student, next is this activity is given, activity 3.1. Here you can do this activity at home. You can collect some fabrics, okay, of same size like cotton, silk, wool, polyester, rayon, whatever is available to you. You take 3-4 fabrics of same size, and what you have to do, write 1, 2, 3 in this column and name of the fabric. Then weight of the dry fabric, weight the dry fabric, and then weight of the wet fabric. Then rinse that fabric in a water. Okay, then weight one, you have to subtract this weight of the fabric when it is wet condition, then with the weight of the fabric when it is in dry condition, this one. Then after this you have to dry up all these fabrics, and then you came to know the time, then you have to know the time taken by the fabrics to dry up in minutes. Okay, then you will able to know that how much water is absorbed by the which fabric, and which fabric absorb the least amount of water. And after this, the time taken to dry up is also shows that which fiber dry ups quickly and which one absorb the more water. The fiber or the fabric that has been absorbed more water will take more time to dry up, and the fiber which have taken less time in drying that have absorbed little amount of water. Okay, next after this there is the activity 3.2 is there, and in this you have to just do this activity with the help of your parents or your adult one. Okay, and in this you have to collect these fibers are given to you: cotton, wool and silk, rayon, nylon, polyester and acrylic. Then you have to burn this with the help of a candle, and you will able to know where even either it is burning very slowly or vigorously. Slowly means slow and vigorously means with a high flame. Okay, next kind of smell. Then you have to identify which kind of smell is coming from these fabrics when we burn them. Okay, so the natural fibers, the fiber that we get from the animal, here you can see the kind of smell are coming when you burn the synthetic fibers and when you burn the natural fibers. After this, bead formation means a ball like structure will be formed if you burn these fibers of synthetic fiber. The synthetic fiber form a bead like structure. If you burn the plastic that you can see, a ball like structure is formed. Similarly with these synthetic fibers, bead like or a pearl like structure will be formed. But if you burn the natural fiber, there you can see this forms a complete ash. Okay, next, characteristics of the synthetic fibers. What are the characteristics present in synthetic fibers? So here you can see synthetic fibers are strong, they are light in weight, they are durable, easy to wash and moth proof. So insect do not attack these fibers, and they do not require as much care of the clothes as we have done with the cotton, natural cotton and the woolen fibers. Okay, and you have seen at your home that your mother used to keep naphthalene balls or the dry neem leaves in between the clothes whenever they are not in our use. Okay, they do not shrink or wrinkle, and therefore there is a little or no requirement of ironing of these synthetic fibers. After this, since they do not absorb water or moisture, they dry up quickly. Here you can see they do not absorb water, so they dry up quickly. This property becomes a disadvantage because they do not absorb water, and if we wear the clothes made of these synthetic fibers, they do not absorb the sweat, and we feel uncomfortable when we wear these type of clothes during the summer season. Next is synthetic fiber catches fire easily. They burn, shrink and melt, forming the beads. When we burn them, they shrink. okay, and they form a bead-like structure and stick to our skin. That's why they are not preferable while working in the kitchen or near any fire. Okay, next is they are non-biodegradable and cause soil pollution. These synthetic fibers like rayon, nylon, acrylic, they all cause soil pollution because they are non-biodegradable substance, and they develop a static electricity in the dry weather, and spark due to the charge developed can be seen in the dark. This cause skin problems in many people. Okay, next is activities given 3.3. Here it is you have to collect the same piece of fiber, some made of nylon, cotton, polyester and rayon. Okay, so the cotton is the natural fiber, whereas the nylon, polyester and rayon all are synthetic fiber. Then you have to tear paper into very small bits and spread out the pieces on a dry wooden table. Then you have to spread these pieces of paper on a dry wooden table. Rub one of the fabric on the wooden surface or to your dry hairs. Okay, and bring it near the paper bits. You will observe that these pieces of paper get attached to the fabric, and does they remain sticking to the fabric or do they fall down after some time? Repeat the procedure for all the remaining pieces of fabric. Which of these fabric attract the maximum number of paper, and what you can conclude from the above activity? So you will see that they attract the pieces of paper, and you will do this activity, then you will came to know which one has attracted the maximum number and which one has attracted smaller number of fabric. So it depends on the static charge created by the fibers. Okay, so we will came to know the synthetic fiber will attract the more amount of pieces of paper than the natural fibers. Okay student, next is check your knowledge is given. Okay, and here some questions are given to you, then you have to write the answers. I have already written the answers. Okay, the first one is what is the monomer of polythene? So we have already discussed that polythene is a polymer of ethene units. Then what are the raw materials required to manufacture artificial fibers? So chemicals from petroleums are required to manufacture or to form the artificial fibers. The third one is name a fiber which resemble both cotton and silk. So the natural fiber, name a fiber. So it is an artificial fiber, rayon, that resemble both cotton and silk. The fourth one is state the properties of nylon due to which it can be used for making parachute. So this fiber is very strong and light in weights. That's why it is used to make the parachute fabric. And the fifth one is name a synthetic fiber which resemble wool, that is similar with the wool. So acrylic fiber is a fiber that is similar with the wool. So student, this is all about your today's class. That's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.